You know how they have the cat there at the studio? Remember seeing the pictures where it was always like walking on the keyboard and it just wandered into the place and they kept it? You remember that cat? Wouldn't it be cool if they started a new game where the story behind this new game is that cat was in the studio at night when everybody was at home sleeping, and it's walking all over the keyboards, and it accidentally messes something up, and it causes the character of Joe Danger to get transported into No Man's Sky and accidentally renders a game. And then that game is Joe Danger Lost in Space, No Man's Sky Edition. I would buy that in a heartbeat. We're going to talk about SayHello. I believe SayHello has grown into something, and it's starting to grow claws and fangs, and it's starting to push out the wrong message that it initially started with. And I really hope that Jared's available today, since, you know, Jared was the one who initiated SayHello, and was a great message. And now I think that it's getting the wrong tone from some people, and there's some things that are being done that are being asked to be done that are unethical. We're gonna get started with SayHello. I want to talk about the SayHello portal meetup or base meetup that we had yesterday, and I was there. I literally saw the billboard SayHello like 5 times. As soon as I seen it, as soon as my eyes in the simulation set sight on the SayHello billboard that Martin Boyd made, and I heard so many people on the comms, and they were chatting and having fun and meeting for the first time. It was really amazing. And I saw the billboard, and as soon as I seen the billboard, my game would crash. So I restarted. I restarted a new creative save, thinking it was my save, and I went out there. And lo and behold, it kept crashing. So I was not able to be in the picture there that you see on the screen with those awesome and lucky explorers there on the screen. I wasn't able to do that, and it's sad. I'm sad. Really sad. Okay, so let's talk about SayHello. Okay, so when Jared uploaded his video, he encouraged a lot of us to say something to Hello Games, and it was about the silence. And there's been a lot of silence, and we know why that there's been a lot of silence. When Hello Game launched their game, there was a lot of backlash. They were super engaged with the community and talking and even playing the game on Twitch, happy, drinking beer, communicating with the public, even acknowledging some of the backlash about the multiplayer, about not being able to see another player, acknowledging some of those problems, and even reaching out to me and telling me, hey, I'm going to we're going to help fix your content strike because it's unfair. And they did. They helped me, and it was great. But then all of a sudden, the media started getting involved. The No started putting their noses in places, I guess, where it does belong, but not in the position that it should have been. I mean, they were producing nothing but disgusting, hateful, negative content about the game. And then it just started to snowball from there, and it became this gigantic mess of what the F, And then, slowly or very quickly, you've seen them retract. And then there was death threats and people showing up to the studio. I've seen the pictures, and it's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. The thank you, producer. Okay, now we're all set. The craziest thing I've ever seen in my life were these pictures at night, where someone had went up to their studio and had taken pictures through the window, where the lights were still on the inside. It was dark on the outside, and they took these pictures, and it was a moment caught in time where you could see evidence of massive celebration. There were champagne bottles and champagne glasses and party favors and all kinds of things all throughout the studio, and they were just left laying there. Champagne bottles with no cap on. Half of them were, some of them may have been empty, I can't remember, but some half full, some not even opened yet, and everything was just laid there. And it was really a sad thing to see. And what had happened was they had left due to the people showing up there, and they had left due to the death threats that they were getting in, that were coming into them. And Inez said at a conference that Sean had to safeguard them. And man, come on. That's something crazy to deal with, man. So when they came out and they posted their blog, they said, what matters now is what we do, not what we say. It was needed. They needed to do that then. They really did. It's almost like when I'm in the doghouse with my wife, sometimes it's not okay to say sorry. Sometimes that's just going to make everything worse. Sometimes maybe this is something I'm doing wrong, like continuously. And if I say, hey, I'm going to fix it, those are just words. You keep saying that, so it's like, okay, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to say it. So the message was, that Jared, is, you don't have to be silent anymore. We're here for you. And the game's a success. My message was the same thing. Plus, I'm worried about how the company is perceived for the onlookers, for the media looking at this, and for some of the potential consumers for an additional game. No matter how, if it stays like this, it's like they're the only two things that are going to be remembered when they come out with a new game. Is the media is going to be like, this is how they don't communicate with their community, and this is how they launch games. No matter how good No Man's Sky gets, those are the only two things that the onlookers and the media are going to remember. So I see Hassan Sohail. So who's excited for the GDC? I am. I super am. So that was my message. I was concerned about the outlook of the company, and I want to see them succeed. But you know what? And I also started off the video that it's not my company, and they could do whatever they want. They could run their business however they want. And Hello Games doesn't owe me anything. They don't. They don't owe me anything at all. They gave me a great game, and it's still a great game. Sometimes I quit playing for a week or 2 weeks, and then I go back in and I'm like, why did I even stop playing? This is freaking fun. This is fantastic. And that's what everybody needs, is a break. Take a break. And you probably already had a long break, but if you have, now turn it on to see what happens. So a lot of people are taking that message. And, and another thing, we want them to know that we still care. And I know they know, because they watch. They watch the Twitter, they watch the Reddit, they watch everything all of the time. And I just want to state here, I know it's kind of light everywhere, but it's 11:59 here. So we did get on soon enough to still call this a morning show. Just wanted to throw that out there. But we know they watch, but it's like, your girlfriend or your boyfriend, you know they love you, but don't you want to hear it? Say hello was not just for Hello Games to say hello, it was for us to say hello as well. And I kind of feel like that's the point behind Martin Boyd's meetup that I couldn't get to because the game kept crashing, is they were saying hello. But what I mean by that, this thing is growing claws, and it's and fangs, and it's frothing at the mouth, or some of the things that I see on the YouTube and on Twitter, some of the things where people are they're just taking this and turning it into, we want an update now. You better say hello. We want a screenshot now. That's all we want is a screenshot. What's wrong with you? Can't you do something? Can't you don't you have to run a business? All these things, man. And it's starting to snowball into a negative ball. Very negative, very violent snowball rolling down the hill, and it's about to just crush everybody. The other thing that I see is there was a Twitter, and I understand everybody's intentions. I really do. I really do. I understand everybody wants an update, and we'll talk about the update here in a minute. No new news, but we'll talk about the update topic here in a minute. Man, I'm sick. Sorry, guys. The other thing that I seen on Twitter was someone wanting a lot of people to message or email the Zendesk at Hello Games demanding them to speak or something like that, demanding them to say hello. Look, don't do that. Don't use a service that is made to report things or problems or stuff or issues or things like that. Don't do that, guys. Please don't do that. That's crazy. I think. I'm pretty sure that's crazy. Exactly, Iceman Third ID. Jared said the same thing, and so did Keep Calm and Game On said the same thing. Adam from Keep Calm and Game On said that, and I'm in agreement too. I would rather see them communicate with the community rather than have an update. I mean, that's a good point. But when I first, when SayHello first started, this wasn't about an update. It wasn't about content. It was about the love and care for a game development company that has given me one of my favorite games ever. It's about a love and care for a game development company that I care for how they're looked at in the public's view for when they come out with a new game. So, yeah, I mean, whoa, don't flood their emails demanding them to speak, please. I mean, you could do whatever you want. You're an adult. But before you do that, stop and ask yourself, is this the right thing to do? Would I want people doing something like this to me? And the answer should be no. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do. But we shouldn't do that. I'm going to get Keep Calm and Game On here because I want to talk about, when it comes to the update, this is kind of reminding me of when everyone was saying Hello Games took the money and ran and they're sitting on a beach in Hawaii. It reminds me of that. And I'm like, when that was happening back then, I'm like, no, that would be stupid. They're not doing that. Now people are saying, well, they're not working on anything. Give us this, give us that. We want this. It's like, I'm lucky to keep getting these free updates. I feel lucky. I feel great. For them to go as long as they have now without producing an update. Can you imagine what this update is going to be like? And also, I lost my train of thought there. Also realize, know for common sense that they're working on an update. Know for common sense that they hired a bunch of Lionhead developers, former Lionhead developers, one specializing in procedurally generated cities. But know that they are working on an update. That's common sense. That's 100% common sense. For one, they just started Waking Titan back up again. Yes, I know about the Waking Titan thing. Yes. But it's going to be kicking back up here soon. It's not over. Trust me, I know. I can't say how I know, but I know. It's going to be kicking back up, all right? Waking Titan is a beacon for an update. We're going to have an update. It's going to happen. The longer we wait, the bigger it's going to be. And I know we want it. I know. But hang in there. Be calm, as Adam would say, and game on. There are so many games out there to play. Surviving Mars just came out. Not my cup of tea. I don't like those colony-based games. Although it does look very interesting. It's the first one that's probably enticed me to almost buying it. And I might. So, there's tons of games out there that we can keep ourselves busy. And as Adam would say, keep calm and game on. There is an update coming. I promise you. I promise. And I can say with confidence that I think this is going to be a very, very massive update. All right, so keep that There's always a bright side. The longer we wait, the bigger it's going to be, right? It's none of my business to care about what a company looks like in public to non-fans and media. That's none of my business. But it's something that I do care about, you know, and maybe that Hello Games doesn't even have to worry about something like that. Maybe they could come out with a new game and it'll be a success no matter what negative talking heads are out there. I don't know. And it's not my business to force them to speak, but it'd be nice, and there's nothing wrong with thinking that it would be nice. But the things that I'm seeing, the messages that I'm seeing put out there are becoming more and more negative as the days go by. It's not only for Hello Games to say hello, it's for us to say hello to them and for the community to say hello to each other. And that's a good point because the No Man's Sky community has started to, you know, fight with each other, go their own way. Not, you know, Exploring a Mess used to be a really thriving place. It's empty now. The Amino, there's only usually like 8 to 12 people online at a time. And if you go in there, you see the same people that are online all the time. On exploringamess.com, it's the same people that are online all the time. It's just a small handful. So we have gotten away from each other as well. So I think it's a good thing for us to also, you know, come back together. Remember that we used to be super excited about this game, and it's okay to play other games, but there's been so many friendships made. I heard 2 people becoming friends yesterday when I was trying to get to the SayHello billboard that Martin Boyd made. And I thought, how cool is that, man? These 2 guys are talking for the very first time, and they're meeting somewhere on a planet in the Euclid Galaxy. That's freaking cool, dude. We're not trying to get them to speak, but we're trying to tell them that it's okay to speak now. You know, like, okay, for as long as the company lives, it's never going to escape negative rhetoric. Never. It'll be there forever. And, you know, so if that's what they're trying to avoid, that's never going to go away. But it's, you know, like I said, it's their company. They can really do whatever they want. It might not be helpful at this point, but, you know, forcing them to speak is what SayHello is kind of turning into, and it should not be forced. I just want to, if Hello Games ever does look at this video, I just want to say, you know, that I'm sorry that the SayHello movement is kind of moving into a darker direction. I didn't want that to happen, and I didn't want your Zendesk to be flooded with requests to speak or requests to say hello. I apologize for that. I don't know how something like that even snowballed into that area. So I just I want to implore, and you know, I think it's safe to come out and talk, you know, and have a little bit of interaction, but you know, I just want us all, like you said, let's say hello together. Let's say hello to Hello Games, and try and put a positive spin back onto this, and because it's a good thing. It could be a good thing. It really could. There's people blowing the actions of SayHello out of context. You know, like they're wanting people to email the Zendesk is one spectrum. I think the other spectrum is people who are blowing it out of context is the people who aren't involved in SayHello, saying, shut up, you whiny little babies, you know, leave them alone, and things like that. So that there's two, I shouldn't say no one. There's only a few people that are in that middle ground. You know, the way it was meant for when it first started. And then you got the two fires going on both sides of what it should have been. It's crazy. So Peaceful Gamer shared something in over Twitter and private DM. I'm going to go ahead and read it here. I'm at an angle to the screen, so it's probably going to be difficult for me to read. This was the last communication that we had from Sean Murray. And what's important is the very end of this. But this is a good message. I mean, we are the community. Hello Games is not the community. We are the community, guys. We're the ones holding this together. You watching this video, you are the community. Even if you don't have a YouTube channel, you don't have a Twitter account, or if you do have a YouTube channel and you got 1 subscriber, you are the community. We all hold this community together. Hello Games, they are the creator of this game. And we are the ones who make this community what it is. So we're responsible for that. If we are the PR managers, okay, we represent not only the game when we play it online and our interactions with people who come in and watch, and we're kind of representing the game a little bit. I've stopped arguing with people. I have. I've been a good guy. I've been a good boy, not arguing with people as much as I have anymore. So we are the community. They are the creators. So we are the ones that are tasked to hold this together. I mean, I know that sounds weird, but, we're forgetting that we're the community. We're the body of this game, of this company, pretty much. I mean, so here's what Sean had to say in the last letter. It says, "Hello, citizen scientists. It's been a year since No Man's Sky first released, and it's been an exciting, intense, and emotional year for us at Hello Games. We have been quiet, but we have been listening intently." So they already know about SayHello, and so they see what it's starting to become. We've spent the past year hard on free updates for this game our team cares about so much. Update 1.3 will release this week and will be available for free to all No Man's Sky players. Now, I don't know if he put in there the fact that it's going to be free because of what the media was saying about charging for updates in the future, or if that was a prerequisite to, kind of preparing your nerves a little bit for possible paid DLC in the future. And I'd be okay with that, but it would have to be significant. It couldn't be just a normal update like the updates we've gotten so far. Let's see. Where was I? We're calling it Atlas Rises. It focuses on improving the central story of No Man's Sky and adds the ability to quick travel between locations using portals. Patch notes will be made available shortly before the update goes live. What we do is much more important than what we say. But since launch, we have sometimes focused too much on that. We wanted to reach out and celebrate the devoted community that means so much to us. We launched Waking Titan to try to do that. When we posted those cassettes, we didn't know what to expect. And the last 8 weeks, 250,000 players from across the globe, 174 countries to be precise, have come together, united by a shared love of mystery and science fiction, to form the Citizen Scientists division. You've traveled great distances, both real and virtual, undertaken complex tasks, and explored the depths of simulation theory. New friendships have been forged, and a tight-knit community has been created. Most importantly, a cute hamster has a home. You have become part of the No Man's Sky origin story. It's been an honor to watch, but this is just the beginning. Whether you followed Waking Titan or not, we welcome anyone to sign up to the Citizen Science Division and join us on the official CSD forums. Our journey continues. Thank you for this year. We hope you enjoy what comes next. So, I love the last part of that. We hope you enjoy what comes next. And the fact that, I think sometimes we're forgetting that Allison Smith is handling the Waking Titan thing, but we're forgetting that Hello Games has more than likely written and designed Waking Titan. They've written the lore for it, because Allison Smith probably doesn't know a whole lot about the game and about the lore inside the game. Maybe they do. But Hello Games wrote it, designed it, and gave the information to Allison Smith and said, try and make a puzzle out of this. So Waking Titan is, even though it's being ran by Allison Smith, it's Hello Games. And it's them communicating with us. Not directly, But it's a way that they've created for us to have fun and get together. And I tell you what, during Waking Titan the first time, how amazing was that? We got a game company who created a way that we all started meeting in public. We started going to these live events and these live drops. And to me, it's like, that's one step closer to a No Man's Sky Con, which I think is what we need. We need a No Man's Sky Con. And I'm willing to help with that if anybody can, find a way for us to do, to organize it. But I'm willing to do that. That'd be fun. But Waking Titan is Hello Games not only communicating through Waking Titan with their community, but they're also engaging us in physical activity and lots of internet activity as well. So, like you said, it forged friendships and a tight-knit community. And it did. It did. The more patient we are, the bigger this update is. Guys, we've never waited this long for an update. Think about that for a second. Atlas Rises was stretched out to match the date of the anniversary of the game. I mean, Sean Murray even said as much, that this is the anniversary update. We're not close to the anniversary. May the Atlas help us that we're not stretching it out to the next anniversary. I hope not. But this is going to be a big update. They've been hard at work. There are new developers that were not hired in time to contribute to Atlas Rises that have had time to contribute to this update. And we're talking a guy who specializes in procedural cities. So I don't know what that means for the game. I'm not saying that there's going to be procedurally generated cities in the game, but he's working. He's been working for, how long has it been now? 7 months? 8 months almost? Since Atlas Rises? You know how they have the cat there at the studio? Remember seeing the pictures where it was always like walking on the keyboard and it just wandered into the place and they kept it? You remember that cat? Wouldn't it be cool if they started a new game where the story behind this new game is that cat was in the studio at night when everybody was at home sleeping, and it's walking all over the keyboards, and it accidentally messes something up, and it causes the character of Joe Danger to get transported into No Man's Sky and accidentally renders a game, and then that game is Joe Danger Lost in Space, No Man's Sky Edition. I would buy that in a heartbeat. Hello Games, make that game for me. Make it. I will pay, just, do it on the weekend. And I'm sure somebody could code something really generic. Do it on the weekend. Send it over to me. I'll give you like $500 for it. Just do it. I want to kind of, I'm afraid to kind of say this just because if something goes wrong, it's not going to happen. And it's out of my control whether it goes right or whether it goes wrong. So, but I do want to kind of give people a heads up. I am going to be doing a giveaway on the show. I'm going to be doing 9 giveaways on this show. So, if you guys want something that is No Man's Sky related, stay tuned. I'll know more in about the next few days, maybe. So, like I said, if something goes wrong, it's not my fault. Han Solo quote. All right? It's not my fault. And I want to kind of message it so that way people kind of know ahead of time. But there's going to be... Entropy is not part... Ooh, Entropy's cool. Check it out. Check it out. Yeah, there's going to be 9 giveaways on this channel. And I'm going to have to figure out a really cool way to do the 9 giveaways. And here's the thing. I might do these on Revenge of the Survivor trivia. That's right. Yeah. Maybe. We'll see. So keep that in mind. It's official product. So It's not something that anybody's creating at home or anything like that. So stay tuned. I'll let you know as things go by. I'll let you know, hey, it fell through. I'll let you know. I mean, it's been promised. Okay, so, but you know how things go. Stuff just sometimes doesn't go right. So I'll let you know. Morning show's only supposed to be about an hour long, but I guess this is a special occasion to kind of ask people to be a little bit more positive. And I really hope that happens. I implore people to be a little bit more positive when it comes to asking Hello Games to say hello. I do want to state, I announced that exploringthemess.com was going to be shutting down because I couldn't afford to pay for the new domain. I couldn't afford to pay for the privacy. I couldn't afford to pay for the permissions to attach the personal domain onto the ProBoard server. But somebody did donate enough money for me to do that, and I do appreciate that the individual, I don't know if they want to be named publicly, who did that. I do appreciate that. So exploringthemess.com will be around for another year, and I know it's not as beautiful as Amino, but it is a good functioning forum. And if anybody knows how to do some coding or to make the place look a little bit better, more appealing, more user-friendly than just a plain old forum, let me know. And I could use some help over there doing something like that. But stop by exploringthemess.com and say hello to some of your exploring neighbors there. There's a lot of explorers that are part of that site, but not a whole lot of people go to it. But it will be up for, at the very least, another full year. And after that, I will reassess it, look at it, and see if it's worth, if people are still using it, then I'm going to keep it up. But it's at least going to survive for another year. So I say, let's go on over there. Let's kick that place up. Let's get it kick-started. Let's catch it on fire with excitement and see what we can do with that place, man. There's so much fan fiction on there, so many stories that I couldn't believe how talented some of those individuals are in some of those fan fictions and role plays and things like that. So there's been at least a handful of people over there that have been keeping that place, lively. Chucksy's, I want to give a big shout out to Chuck Cheese and Desperatu. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. But I want to thank those guys and some others for being over there and being active on exploringthemess.com. It means the world to me, guys, and we'll keep it up for another year. So with all that said, guys, exploringthemess.com, come hang out with me and other people. Maybe we'll do the 9 giveaways through there. I don't know. Kind of light the place up on fire because you're going to love these giveaways. Again, if it doesn't happen, I'm sorry. I'm depending on some other entity for these things. So we'll see how that goes. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out to the show. Adam and Panda, you guys rock. Thank you so much, man. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right. Bye, everybody.